Hey everybody, so I am making this video to announce that I am planning to start a new YouTube channel. This new channel is going to reflect a fundamental shift that I have had in my interests as a blogger. For a long-time viewers of this channel will know that my interest in maintaining and continuing this channel has flatlined in recent years as I have said to a lot of people, I just feel like when I make these videos debunking bad ideas or whatever, I just feel like basically a world champion turd identifier, as I like to say it. And so I want to start something new. I want to start something positive. Because the thing is, the way I view political issues now is very different. I no longer, when I look at bitterly divided groups like Antifa clashing with the Proud Boys, for example, I no longer see like two bitterly divided groups and I want to dive in and weigh in on the issues that they're clashing over. I don't feel that impetus anymore. What I feel is an extraordinary amount of pain. And the pain and the personal anguish that those people on both sides must be feeling, to be that furious and that angry. That's what I feel, is there's been an insurgency of empathy on my part, in my personal perspective, if that makes sense. And so I have a lot of personal misgivings about this channel, because I realized over time what this channel was doing was just bolstering the popularity of this very toxic version of myself that I was trying to sell to the public. That was my core motivation. I don't want to do that anymore. But also, I want to start making videos that I know that I'm capable of and that are in keeping with the new direction that YouTube has gone. Personal blogs like this are not popular on YouTube anymore. They're not interesting to anybody. And I honestly cannot think of one personal blog that I'm still subscribed to, or that I even watch. I mean, the closest thing I can think of would be like Anna Akana, but her videos, they're done from a personalized a personal standpoint, but still it's not like an unstructured blog where she's just sitting here talking to the camera like I am now. I have the equipment to make videos that look like the videos on the channels that I watch, which the channels I watch, Max Derrat is huge, Nerdwriter1, Channel Kurzweil, Lee Likes Music, Polyphonic, Wisecrack, these channels that do insightful commentary on the arts and humanities. This is what's interesting to me, and this is what I want to start commenting on. So my new channel, I don't have a name for it yet, it's still in the conceptual phase, but my new channel is going to focus on that. And it's going to be something, I talk about the pain that people are feeling, and I don't have, here in Atlanta, I live actually 20 minutes north of Atlanta, but I'm still in the greater Atlanta area, but we've had 3 mass shootings in 1 week's time, about 1 week's time. We had the massacre at the massage parlors, and then we had 2 shooters earlier this week. One guy opened fire in a Publix, I don't know, it was a grocery store, I don't know the details of the other, and then we had the one up in Boulder on top of that. I don't have an answer for mass shootings. I don't know what the solution is there. But what I can do is provide people with a little oasis to stop and just enjoy, and enjoy what for me is the most wonderful aspect of being alive, which is the arts. And so my new channel will comment on movies, books, music, video games, all of that from an analytical, artistic standpoint. It will be apolitical, or as apolitical as it possibly can be, and it will be purely something that will hopefully bring people together. And the reason I use the example of the reason I bring up the larger context of the societal pain that we're all feeling is because, for example, I think about how during World War II, the BBC kept they commissioned all these different public intellectuals and writers and entertainers to come in and create content because people were cooped up inside and they needed constant content to keep them entertained. And they reached out to C.S. Lewis, who started doing a series of weekly radio addresses. And that ultimately became his book, Mere Christianity, which was one of his most important literary works. And I'd like to start contributing things like that. And I feel like I do have it in me to contribute stuff that's that good. And I should say, when I say that good, I'm talking about on par with the YouTube channels that I compared myself to, or that I brought up earlier, not on par with C.S. Lewis. He's obviously in another echelon that has to be earned over time. But I do think I can do content that's as good as Nerdwriter and Max Derrat and all of those channels that I mentioned. And so I'm really excited about this, and I'm working on my first video for this channel already. I don't want to give too much away, but it's going to be about what I believe is one of the all-time most important metal bands of the 1990s. And so that's the preview. It's fun. I'm working on the script for it now, and I'm doing that before I even have a name for this channel or whatever. But I wanted to announce it. I was talking to a couple of friends about it earlier, and I want to confirm it. I want to announce it. So I look forward to making it happen, and I think you're all really going to enjoy it. Peace.